प्रविश्याम वाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः विहिप्तिश्चापि व्रता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Which one? 39. Okay. धर्मो मे चतुरङ्घ्रिकः सुचरितः पापं विनाशं गतम् कामक्रोधमदादयो विगलिताः कालाः सुखाविष्कृताः ज्ञानानन्दमहौषधिः सुफलिता कैवल्यनाथे सदा मान्ये मानसपुण्डरीकनगरे राजावतंसे स्थिते धीयन्त्रेण वचो घटेन कविता कुल्योपकुल्याक्रमैः आनीतैश्च सदा शिवस्य चरितां भोराशिदिव्यामृतैः हृत्केदारयुताश्च भक्तिकलमाः साफल्यमातन्वते दुर्भिक्षान् मम सेवकस्य भगवन् विश्वेशभीतिः कुतः पापोत्पादविमोचनाय रुचिरैश्वर्याय मृत्युञ्जय स्तोत्रध्याननदिप्रदक्षिणसपर्यालोकनाकर्णने जिह्वा चित्तशिरोङ्घ्रिहस्तनयनः श्रोत्रैरहं प्रार्थितः मामाज्ञापय तन्निरूपय मुहुर्मामेव मामेव च गाम्भीर्यं परिखापदं घनधृतिः प्राकारमुद्यद्गुणस्तोमश्चाप्तबलं घनेन्द्रियचयः देहे स्थितः विद्यावस्तु समृद्धिरित्यखिलसामग्री समेते सदा मातिप्रियदेव मामगमनो दुर्गे निवासं कुरु मा गच्छत्वमितस्ततो गिरिशभो मय्येव वासं कुरु स्वामिन्नादिकिरातमामगमनः कान्तारसीमान्तरे वर्तन्ते बहुशो मृगा मदजुषो मात्सर्यमोहादयः तान् हत्वा मृगया विनोदरुचिता लाभं च सम्प्राप्स्यसि. So for the past few verses we have been seeing Bhagavad Pada displaying his poetic skills in an extraordinary way. So verse 40 we saw Dhiyantrena vacho ghatena. It was a very beautiful imagery. Then in verse 41, so there is a beautiful compound. Jihva chitta shirongghri hasta nayana shrotraihi. So there are 7 parts in the body which were referred. and the activities that can be carried out by 7. In fact, the other day, I don't know if I told you, this is generally referred as Yatha Sankhya Alankaram. Okay. So Yatha Sankhya Alankara is a certain way of presenting things. Yatha Sankhyan Kravenaiva Kramikanam Samanvayaha. This is the Lakshana. Repeat. Yatha Sankhyan Kramenaiva Kramikanam Samanvayaha. Repeat. Yatha Sankhyan Kramenaiva Kramikanam Samanvayaha. This is one of the Alankaras. Then in 42, we saw, he says Durgati Priya Deva. So there again, pun was intended. Durga can refer to Devi Durga. Durgati Priya refers to Parameshwara. Okay. Durgayaha Atipriyaha Durgati Priyaha. So Durgati Priya, Durga can also refer to something which is very difficult to attain, very difficult to reach. So he dwells in mountain. In that way also one can think of Durgati Priya. Okay. So Durgati Priya, keeping this in mind, Durga, so that in a metaphorical sense, that which is very difficult to reach. So if you want to enter into a fort, it is going to be very difficult. So keeping that pun, so he described various things that are applicable both to Parameshwara as well as to the fort. Then in the previous verse 43, which we did in the last class, Magachatvam itastato girishabho mayeva vasam kuru. So there he is speaking to Parameshwara as if one speaks to one's own friend. So he describes him as Adikirata. You are the hunter. Hunters generally enjoy hunting. So he says, you can enter into the forest of my mind. Mamaka manah kantara simantare. So within this forest boundary, you will find several mrigas cropping up again and again. So these mrigas are Kamakrodha Madadayaha. So these are the mrigaha. So Matsarya Mohadayaha. So this Matsarya Moha, so they come and then they go. They keep on arising again and again and again. And therefore, in various contexts, they keep arising in our mind. And therefore, you will not have any depth for hunting these mrigas. So you will enjoy as a hunter. I will also be benefited in the process. So that is what he is trying to say. Magachatvam. So there is no need for you to go around anywhere searching for hunting, you being a hunter. So that is what he tries to describe there. Okay. Hatva mrigaya. See, mrigaya vinoda ruchitalabhancha samprapsyasi. So this is what today parlance they say win-win situation. So ruchitalabhancha samprapsyasi, right? So mrigaya vinoda. So mrigaya refers to the act of hunting. So mrigaya vinoda ruchitalabhancha samprapsyasi. So this is what he said. So mrigaya is mrigyante asyam kriyayam. Okay. So that is how mrigaya is to be understood as the act of hunting. Now in the next few verses also he follows the same trend. The words that are employed have multiple meanings. So in the verse 44, which we are just going to read, so we find Parameshwara described as Panchamukha. So this is something which is well known because in the Shruti we have the names of the 5 mukhas. So Sadyojata, Sadyojatam prapadyami Sadyojataya namo namaha, Bhave Bhave Nati Bhave Bhavasvamam Bhavotbhavaya namaha, Vamadevaya namo Jyeshtaya Namah Shreshthaya namo Rudraya namah Kalaya namah Kalavikaranaaya namo Balavikaranaaya namo Balaya namo Balapramathanaya namah Sarvabhutazamanaya Namo manonmanaya namaha. Aghorebhyo thagorebhyo ghora ghoratadebhyah. Sarvebhyah sarva sarvebhyo namaste astu rudra rupebhyah. Then tat purushaya vidmahe mahadevaya dhimahi. Tanno rudra prachodayat. Then finally, Ishana sarva vidyanam. Okay. So in fact, even in one of the songs we have Sadyojatadi Panchavaktra. So Sadyojata, Vamadeva, Aghora, Tatpurusha, Ishana. So these are the 5 names. So Parameshwara is described as Panchamukha. Now there is a phrase which is also used to refer to the lion. Normally the word Mukha is not used, but is Panchasya is what we use. Okay, this Panchasya. Panchasya means Simha. Why is it called Panchasya? It is because there is a dhatu called Pachi. So Pachi Vistaran. So it is a Vistrita Mukha. So if you look at the line, so it has a Vistrita Mukha, which is not there for any other animal. And therefore, the line is described as Panchasya. It is not that it has 5 faces. Okay. So Vistritam Asyam Yasya. That is how line is described. Keeping that in mind, Bhagavad Pada in this verse uses a few phrases, so which will be applicable to Parameshwara as well as to lion. Okay. So let us read the verse. Karalagna mrgah karindra bhangaha. Karalagna mrgah karindra bhangaha. Karalagna mrgah karindra bhangaha. Ghanashardula vikhandanostajantuhu. Ghanashardula vikhandanostajantuhu. Ghanashardula vikhandanostajantuhu. Girisho vishadakritischa. Girisho vishadakritischa. Girisho vishadakritischa. Chetah kuhare panchamukhosti me kuto bhihi. Chetah kuhare panchamukhosti me kuto bhihi. Chetah kuhare panchamukhosti me kuto bhihi. Normally, lions live in caves. So therefore, he uses the word kuhara. So kuhara means cave. Panchamukhaha asti me kuhare. Which is kuhara here? Chetah kuhara. So Chetah kuhara. So in the 3rd quarter we find the word Chetaha, and the 4th quarter Kuhare. Chetah kuhare panchamukhaha asti. So in my mind in the form of a cave, so there resides Panchamukha. So lion is described as the Raja of the forest, okay, the king of the forest. So here he is saying, so once the lion is there, so all others are scared. Okay? So all others are scared. And therefore he is asking, Kuto bhihi. Once you have lion, where is the question of fearing? So here, Panchamukhosti, in my mind, Parameshwara is there, and therefore there is no reason for me to fear. Okay. So there are a few phrases that are employed in the first half of the verse. In fact, there are 4 of them. The first one is Karalagna mrgaha. Second is Karindra bhangaha. The third is Ghanashardula vikhandanaha. And the 4th is Astajantuhu. See, these are the 4 phrases that we find. And of course, there are two more words here, Girishaha Vishadakritihi. So, all these 6 phrases that have been employed by Bhagavad Pada will be applicable both to lion as well as Parameshwara. That is how he chooses. This is the beauty of a poet. So, if he wants to convey something which has double yantandre, so they try to make choice of the words such that it will be applicable here as well as applicable there. Okay, sometimes these are posed as questions to those who want to exhibit their poetic skills. So there will be some prichaka and the person has to demonstrate his skills. So you compose a verse so that it will be applicable to this as well as that. That is how they post challenge. So now you see the first phrase is Karalagna Mrigaha. So Mriga can refer to any animal, but generally we take deer. So Karalagna Mrigaha. So Kare Lagnaha Mrigaha Yasya Saha. So Parameshwara has a deer in his hand. And when it comes to the description of lion, so the lion has stamped upon some animal and it has grabbed some animal by his hand. Okay. Karalagna Mrigaha, applicable to lion as well as Parameshwara. Karalagna Mrigaha. The next one is Karindra Bhangaha. So Karindraha, Kari refers to Hasti. Okay. So Karaha Asya Asti iti Kari means special hand. Okay. Elephant possesses, it basically refers to the trunk. So it is very, very powerful. Okay. Now Kari Tasya Indraha. So the king of the elephants. Okay. So Karindra Bhangaha means the one who is able to stamp upon. So pounce upon the head of the elephant. So this is how the poets describe. So Simha will go and try to sit on the top of the head of the elephant and try to split it apart. Okay. So that thing that you see on the head of the elephant, there are 2 portions. There will be 2 humps. So the Simha will try to go, put its claws and then shatter it. So Karindra Bhangaha. So this refers to the activity of the lion. So with reference to Parameshwara, there is an episode which is described in the Puranas where he killed an elephant in the form of Asura. Okay, Asura in the form of elephant. So Karindra Bhangaha. And they also say, I don't remember the exact story, and it is after that Samhara only, so he took that charma, and if you see some of the photographs of Parameshwara, so depictions, pictures, you will see that he will have the Gaja charma, okay, as the Kati Vastra. So that is the Kati Vastra is Gaja charma, and Vyaghra Vastra will be Uttariya. So that is how the depiction will be done of Parameshwara. So here he keeps that in mind and says Karindra Bhangaha. Then Ghanashardula Vikhandanaha. Ghanashardula Vikhandanaha. Shardula is a generic term that is used to animals of the tiger family. Okay, let us take it as Vyaghra. So Ghana means something which is normally dense. Dense in the sense of Balavatvam here. Okay. So Ghanashardula. So there he says Karindra Bhangaha. So some small tiger, okay, tigress, what is it called? Little tiger. Cub. Okay. Anyway, that is a general term. Okay, so hitting that and grabbing that is nothing. Okay, therefore he is using the word Ghanashardula Vikhandana. In fact, they can run very fast. Okay, but this person will chase this lion somehow. Once he grabs, Vikhandanaha, Visheshataha Khandayati, means tears it apart into various. So there is another story also associated with Parameshwara along these lines, and after that he puts that as his Angavastra. Okay, Ghanashardula Vikhandanaha. Okay, then Astajantuhu. Astajantuhu means asta in one sense can be taken as nirastaha, means finished. Okay, so nirastaha jantavaha yena saha. Okay, so nirasta jantuhu, so means by its power it has won over, okay, all other animals. So this is astajantuhu. In other sense, if you want to conceive this phrase addressing to Parameshwara, then asta should be taken as linaha. So Parameshwara is considered as the Samhara Murti. So in which case astaha jantavaha means all the animals have gone into Parameshwara in the Layavastha. Okay, Astajantuhu Ghanashardula Vikhandanaha Astajantuhu. Now the other two phrases are somewhat simpler. Okay, Girishaha. So Girishaha means the one who is the Lord of Giri, means stays in Giri. Okay, Girishete, one who resides. So one who resides in Giri, and this will be true for lion as well as Parameshwara. Girishaha Vishadakritihi. Vishadakritihi means, Vishada means something which is Vyapta. Okay. So Vishadakritihi, the face of the lion is like this, Akriti, Vishadakritihi, and Parameshwara is a Vyapaka Murti, therefore Vishadakritischa. Now finally he says, so etadrisha panchamukhaha me chetah kuhare asti. Okay, ataha kuto me bhihi. There is a question of fear for me. Read this. Karalagna mrigah karindra bhangaha Ghanashardula vikhandanostajantuhu Girisho vishadakrtischa jetah kuhare panchamukhosti me kuto bhihi. Okay, next. So this also, the next verse also, so has some double entendre. So here he is comparing the mind. Okay. So if you see, so the mind has been personified in various forms. Okay. Or sometimes he says, may the mind go and dwell somewhere. So these are various things that he is trying to do in the last few verses. So in this verse, so he takes the mind, the one which we are going to read, takes the mind to be a bird, okay, a special bird. And then he is advising the mind to go and rest in the nest of the feet of Parameshwara. Okay, so rest in the nest. So is what? See, Nide viharam kuru is what he will say. Nida means the nest. Okay, let us read the verse now. Chandashakhishikanvitaihi 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 Dvijavaraiः samsevite shashvate Dvijavaraiः samsevite shashvate Dvijavaraiः samsevite shashvate Saukhyapadini 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 Khedabhedini खेदभेदिनि खेदभेदिनि सुधासारैः फलैर्दीपिते सुधासारैः फलैर्दीपिते सुधासारैः फलैर्दीपिते चेतः पक्षिशिखामणे चेतः पक्षिशिखामणे
चेतः पक्षिशिखामणे
त्यज वृथा सञ्चारमन्यैरलम् त्यज वृथा सञ्चारमन्यैरलम् त्यज वृथा सञ्चारमन्यैरलम् नित्यं शङ्करपादपद्मयुगली नित्यं शङ्करपादपद्मयुगली नित्यं शङ्करपादपद्मयुगली नीडे विहारं कुरु नीडे विहारं कुरु नीडे विहारं कुरु शङ्करपादपद्मयुगली नीडे विहारं कुरु. So nida means nest. Okay. Vihara means dwelling, resting. Okay. So may you go and happily rest in the nest. That's what he's saying. So chandashahi shikhanvitaihi dvijavaraihi samsevite shashvate सौख्यापादिनि खेदभेदिनि सुधासारैः फलैर्दीपिते चेतः पक्षिशिखामणे त्यज वृथा सञ्चारम्. Vritha sancharam means useless wandering. See, vritha means vyartha. Vritha sancharam anyehi alam. Alam means he is just saying it is enough. Enough of wandering. Okay. Vritha sancharam anyehi alam nityam shankara pada padmayugali nidehe viharam kuru. So there are a few compounds here. So let us take Shankara Pada Padmayugali Nide. So Shankara Pada Padmayugali Nide. So the first thing is, see, Padavu eva Padmavu Pada Padmavu. Pada Padmayugali. Okay. So there are two of them. So Pada Padmayugali Nide. So Nidaha is, it is also generally another term that is synonym is Kulayaha. Kulayaha is also used. So anyway, so there are two lotuses, and these two lotuses can be conceived as the Nida, and may you go and dwell. So Shankarasya, so Pada Padmahu. So this is your Nida. Shankara Pada Padmayugali Nide. And this has been described by a few terms in the first half of the verse. Phalaihi Deepite Nide. And this Nida is something which has been illuminated. Okay. Illuminated by a few things that he is describing that. Okay. Chetah Pakshi Shikhamani. He is addressing his own mind. Hey Chetaha. Hey Chetaha. And this has been described as Pakshi Shikhamani. Okay. Pakshi Shikhamani. The Shikhamani is generally used to refer to something which is exceptional in characteristic. Okay. Shikhamani, something which is supreme. Now this is Pakshi Shikhamani because this Pakshi, this Chetah Pakshi, so normal Pakshis have certain speed which is limited. Whereas this Pakshi, Thadak, it can go anywhere. So immediately it can go to Moscow, immediately it can go to New Zealand, immediately it can go to America. Wherever it wants, it can go. Okay, instantly it can fly and then go and rest somewhere else. And there, wherever it goes, it is unnecessarily straining itself. So therefore he is saying, Vrtha Sancharam. What is the point in going to various places when you have a beautiful place to rest? So that is what is the idea here. Okay. Nityam He Chetah Pakshi Shikhamane Tyaja Vrtha Sancharam Anyaih Pradeshaihi. This is how you have to understand. Anyaih Pradeshaihi Saha Samsargam Tyaja. So you don't need to unnecessarily, because that is only going to add more mrigas, right? Matsarya, moha and so on. That is what is going to happen. So may you not do that. So that is the idea. Chandashahi shikhanvitaihi dvijavaraihi samsevite. Okay. So this is something which is very nice description, which has sort of double meanings. Dvijavara, normally the word dvija refers to, literally rather I would put it this way. So literally the word dvija means dvihi jayate iti dvijaha. Okay. Dvihi jayate iti dvijaha is used to refer to all birds. Okay. Birds so have this dvijanma. One is the janma in the form of anda, egg. And then the anda births. So therefore that is the second janma where it reaches the birth. So it reaches the world once in one form, and after some time it takes another form, and therefore they are described as dvija. Okay. Dvija, does Kalidasa use this? That is a nice verse, I thought. Dvija. Strinam ashikshitapatattvam amanusheshu sandrishyate gutaya pratibodhavatyah pragantariksha gamanat sampatyajatam. No, it is not there. In somewhere else it is. Okay. So here, dvijavaraihi samsevite. These brahmanas are also called dvijas. So it is that the Upanayana samskara is supposed to be giving the second birth. So which means basically he is transported to a completely different world. That world is the world of Gurukula. Okay. So Lalanam is over. Okay. So initial phase of Lalanam and Palanam are over. So the next phase of Shikshanam and Tadanam begins. Okay. See, Lalayet Panchavarshani, Dashavarshani Tadayet. Okay. So that phase begins. Okay. So therefore that is considered as a second birth for him. Okay. So sometimes Tadanam may be required, sometimes without that Shikshanam can be done. Okay. So that is the second phase. So Lalana Palana is, Palana anyway will be there throughout. Okay. Now the second phase is there, and therefore they are also described as Dvija. Now he is saying Dvijavarais samsevite. Dvijavarais samsevite means, so this nest is something which is a very, very safe place. So many birds have come and rested here. So with reference to bird, you can describe this as a wonderful place where many things have come and enjoyed stay. So you go and stay. The other part you see, Chandashahi shikhanvitaihi dvijavaraihi. So if you take Brahmana, so Chandashahi shikhanvitaihi. Shakhi means the one which has shakhas. Understand? So Chandaha is described as Shakhaha. Chandaha is Shakhi. So here Chandaha is Shakhi. Chandaha means Veda. Okay. Chandashakhi Shikha. There the word Shikha refers to the top. Shikha. Okay. So Chandashakhi Shikha refers to Vedanta. So, Chandashakhi Shikhanvitaihi. So, Shakhaha Yesham Santiti Shakhinaha. So, Shakhinam, so Desham Shikha. So, Shikha means, you should just understand, Shikha Iva Shikha. That is how we have to understand. So, this is something Upanishad. Chandashakhi Shikhanvitaihi means those dvijas who possess, that is why he uses the word dvijavaraihi. Those dvijas who possess the knowledge of Vedanta thoroughly. Okay. Chandashakhi shikhanvitaihi dvijavaraihi samsevite shashvate. So samsevite means, so this is this Pada Padma is something which has been praised and taken as their resort by Dvijavaraihi. Okay? So the birds in the past have someone safely resided, and the other way is, so these Dvijavaraha, so they have taken this to be the best place to dwell. Okay. So Dvijavarai samsevide, and this is not something which is going to be impermanent. Shashvate. So you are not going to be asked to vacate immediately. Okay, you can go and stay there. Shashvate. Then, what is the effect of it? What purpose is going to be served by this? So that is described by two terms. The first term is Saukhyapadini. Saukhyapadini means, so apadanam means bringing. Okay, so it will give you enormous comfort. Okay, so if you go and stay there, you will have enormous comfort. Saukhyapadini. So sometimes it will be Saukhyapadini, but I am more concerned about my problems getting removed. So then he says Kheda Bhedini. So any amount of Kheda that you have, they will all disappear. See, the Saukhyapadanam will be there. See, some people, temporarily they will have some Saukhyapadanam, right? You will go and dance somewhere, or you will go and drink something, or you will go and stay somewhere. Okay, so this will be temporary relief. So that will be there. So Kheda will always be there. Okay, so you try to shield the Kheda by something temporarily. So here it is not the case. Kheda Bhedini. It will shatter all the Khedas that you have in your heart. Okay. Saukhyapadini, Kheda Bhedini. So these are all adjectives to that Nida. So where I am asking you to go and rest. Sudha Sarif Phalair Deepite. Sudha Sarihi Phalaihi Deepite. Okay. So this one can conceive of, generally this nest will be somewhere on the tree, right? So if you want, you can just quickly come out and then have nice fruits which are also available. Okay. So Deepite. So in the case of this Sudhasarihi Phalaihi Deepite. So one can understand, see this, that there is a place where I can go and safely reside, get rid of all my afflictions and be happy. this knowledge does not arise to all fellows. So there is a certain illumination that is required. So Guru has to come and tell you, hey, why are you wondering? So may you enjoy this. So that Deepanam is required. So Sudhasaraihi, suppose you say, in the case of the tree and the bird, you can understand this to be, the Sudha can be taken as the light of the moon. Okay? So that helps you to identify the flowers which are glowing through that light. Okay? This Nida around which you find. This is with respect to the bird. Now with respect to Dvijavaraihi, suppose you take this Brahmanaha. Sudhasaraihi phalaihi dipite means the Sara of the Veda. Understand? So you can just take the Veda to be the nectar and Vedasya Saraha. So what is that? Tyage naike amrtatvama nashuhu. So that is what it is. So Sudhasaraihi means, so the essence of the Veda, and that actually makes this person wake up from the sleep. Okay? Tena Deepitam means that this Padapatma of Parameshwara is the essence where you have to go and dwell, is something which has been revealed by this. Okay? So this Jnana, Vairagya, etc. So those Shamadamadi Sampat, so that actually makes you get enlightened towards this beautiful house that is available for you to dwell. Okay? Sudha Sarihi Phalaihi Deepite Nide. Okay? So that is how we have to understand. So then he says Chetaf Pakshi Shikhamani Tyaja Vritha Sancharamanyihi. Okay? So craving for something again and again. So may you not do, may you come and dwell here safely. Okay? So that way, so this has double meaning. Okay? Dvijavara can refer to Brahmana, Dvijavara can refer to various other birds. And he is just addressing his own Chetaf Pakshi. Read. Chandashahi Shikhan Vitair Dvijavarais Samsevite Shashvate Sokhya Palini Khedabhe Sudha Sarai Phalair Dipite Chetaf Pakshi Shikhamane Yajavritha Sancharamanyiralam Nityam Shankarabada Padmayugali Nide Viharam Kuru Akirne Nakharajikanti Vibhavaihi Akirne Nakharajikanti Vibhavaihi Akirne Nakharajikanti Vibhavaihi Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi Adhau te pija padmara galalite
Radhau te pija padmara
galalite Adhau te pija padmara galalite Hamsavrajayirashrite 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 Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganaishcha Rahasi
Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganaishcha
Rahasi Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganaishcha Rahasi Svecha Viharam Kuru Svecha Viharam Kuru Svecha Viharam Kuru Sthitva Manasarajahamsa Chitva Manasarajahamsa स्थित्वा मानसराजहंस गिरिजानाथाङ्घ्रि सौधान्तरे गिरिजानाथाङ्घ्रि सौधान्तरे गिरिजानाथाङ्घ्रि सौधान्तरे. This also is a beautiful verse even from a purely poetic point. So in this verse, if you see the last word, Girijanathangri Saudhantare. So Girijanatha refers to Parameshwara. So Girijanatha Angrihi. Angri means Pada. And here in this verse, he compares this Pada to a prasada, Saudha. See, Saudha means palace, mansion. Okay. So a palace, mansion is generally referred by the word Saudha. Saudhantare means inside that Saudha. Okay. May you enter into this palace. Girijanathangri Saudhantare Sthitva. Sthitva means residing there. So in this palace, you have something beautiful to enjoy. Okay? So what are the things that you can enjoy here? So that is what he is trying to present. And the other word, that addressing word that you find here is Manasa Rajahamsa. Hey Manasa Rajahamsa. In the previous verse he was saying, Hey Pakshi Shikhamani. Chetaf Pakshi Shikhamani. So here is Manasa Rajahamsa. So since he is referring to a palace, he is describing this mind as a Rajahamsa. Okay. So in fact, the word Rajahamsa is a special kind of a compound. So suppose you say Raja Purushaha. How will you do the Vigraha? Rajnya Purushaha, Raja Purushaha. So now Rajahamsaha, what do you do? So Rajahamsa, what do you understand by that?
One kind of.
So this is basically Hamsanam Raja Rajahamsaha. Hamsanam Raja Rajahamsaha. In fact, we also have a word Dantanam Raja Rajadantaha. So there are a few cases wherein, so this is actually, there is a normal rule which says Upasarjanam Purvam. Okay. So Upasarjanam Purvam. Upasarjanam means something which is apradhana. Okay. So Rajnyah Purushaha, when you want to refer to. So this Raja may be pradhana, but in this compound, whom do you want to refer to? Okay. So there you want to refer to the Purusha, that Vyakti Vishesha. And therefore the other one is said before, and we have Raja Purusha. That is how we normally form the compound. But here, so we use the other way around. Okay. So therefore there is a sutra which has been laid. Rajadantadishu param. Rajadantadishu param. Adishu means there are a few other things, we will leave it now. So Dantanam Raja Rajadantaha, Hamsanam Raja Rajahamsaha. So that is how we have this compound formed. Okay. Manasa Rajahamsa. He is addressing his mind as Manasa Rajahamsa. What do you do? So you are a Raja. See, that is why Hamsanam Raja, you understand? So as a Raja, you go and dwell in this palace. Okay? He is addressing his own mind. So you are a Raja. You go and dwell in the palace. Okay. So here you see a few interesting phrases. Nakharaji kanti vibhavaihi udyat sudha vaibhavaihi. So nakharaji kanti vibhavaihi udyat sudha vaibhavaihi adhaute apicha. So there is one description. So kanti vibhavaihi udyat sudha vaibhavaihi adhaute apicha means moreover padmaraga lalite. Padmaraga lalite. So these are all saudhantare. So they are all descriptions for that. Okay. So inside that, how is that palace? He is describing. Padmaraga lalite. So what is Padmaraga?
Mani.
Padmaraga is a mani, right? So how does that word come about? What color is it? Padmaraga. Red. Correct. Red.
Arunavarna.
Arunavarna. See, it is red. So Padmaiva Ragaha. Ragaha means color. The ones whose hue is similar to that of Padma. Therefore, it is called Padmaraga. So Padmaraga Lalite means, so this palace, the inside of the palace is something which has been beautifully decorated. Beautifully decorated with Padmaraga Lalite. Lalita means it has been beautified, studded. Okay. So Padmaraga Manibhihi Khachite. Okay. Alankrite. So Padmaraga Lalite Saudhantare Sthitva. Okay. Then Hamsavrajai Rashrite. You don't think that it is a new place. There are so many Hamsas who are already there. You go and put me there all alone, what do I do? So don't worry, there are so many Hamsas are there. What does the other way, if you want to interpret, Manasa, he has to say. So Hamsaihi means here. So this word Hamsa is also referred to, it also refers to those people who have this Hamsaha, Hamsaha, Hamsaha. So those who contemplate on that, the ultimate, so they are also referred. So Hamsavrajaihi, you can say, so they are Hamsas. That is how you say Paramahamsa. Okay, so Yativaryas are described as Paramahamsas. So this Hamsavrajai Rashrite, there are already so many people who are so happily dwelling on this palace. So you have a lot of company there. Hamsavrajai Rashrite. So those people who have realized what is the goal of the life, they are already dwelling there. So you go. Vraja means Samuha, group, they are there. And then, see, Nakharaji Kanti Vibhavaihi. So this is a nice description. Here he is describing this Pada Yugala as Prasada, right? Now, Pada Yugala will have various Nakhaha. And the ability of Nakha is to reflect the light, right? So here says, Nakharaji Kanti Vibhavaihi. So Raji, so he is to be understood as rose. Okay, the rose of the nails. Okay, the row of the nails. Nakharaji Kanti. Kanti means, so where is this light coming from? So you can even think of Parameshwara's own moon. Okay, brilliantly lights that, and this reflects that. So that has, see, nowadays I have seen, one can even understand this. Somewhere I see, nowadays it has become fashionable to show some light going. Understand? So the room will be there, and then they will show some various lights moving around. In one of the shows also, I find sometimes it is somewhat disturbing also. In one of the shows, somebody was talking, the light keeps on going at the back. I mean, it is just distressing, right? Anyway, so this is one of the things. So Nakharaji Kanti Vibhavaihi means this reflected light. Okay, it just shows some dots in various places inside. Then Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi. So this Nakaraji Kanti Vibhavaihi can be qualified as Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi. Okay, the Sudha refers to the moonlight. Okay, even the previous verse we had. Sudha is used, nectar, white light, both are. Sudha has various meanings. Okay, Sudha Vaibhavaihi. Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi means Udyat, rising from. Okay, from the moon it gets reflected and then shows inside. The other thing that you can understand as Sudha Vaibhavaihi Adhautepi. Adhauta means it has been made white. Dhauta is cleaned up, okay, made, lit, brilliantly lit with some patches of nice white lights. Adhautepi. Then Padmaraga Lalite. So we saw that, okay, it is not only that white light which is thrown, okay, Padmaraga, they are also there. Hamsavrajairashrite. And further in the third quarter, he adds something which is more of a poetic nature. Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganescha. He says, Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganescha. In this in the palace, there will always be many people who are ready to serve you as a Raja, right? So Hamsanam Raja, right? So there will be many people to serve whatever you want. So what is the Vadhu here? Bhakti Reva Vadhu, Bhakti Vadhu. Understand? See, so these are there to offer you enough service and make you happy. Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganescha. Bhakti Rahasi Svecha Viharam Kuru. If once you are there, so you are safe. So you can enjoy as you like. Svecha Viharam means, so as you like, you can move around inside. Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganescha Rahasi Svecha Viharam Kuru Sthitva Manasa Rajahamsa Girija Nathangri Saudhantare. Read. Akirne Nakarajikanti Vibhavaihi Udyat Sudha Vaibhavaihi Adhautepi cha Padmaragalalite Hamsavrajairashrite Nityam Bhakti Vadhu Ganescha Rahasi Svecha Viharam Kuru Sthitva Manasa Rajahamsa Girija Nathangri Saudhantare. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Sarve Vishakhinas Santu Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti.